Hey everyone, welcome to the Autoimmune Dietitian YouTube channel. My name is Annie Rubin. I'm a registered dietitian and owner of the Autoimmune Dietitian and a private practice that focuses on people struggling with autoimmune diseases, and I help them use food as a way to improve their daily lives. So today we are talking about sugar. There is so much confusion around sugar. So first of all, the differences between artificial, novel, and refined sugar are confusing. Second, what should we avoid, limit, or include in our typical eating patterns? So today we're going to talk about the different types of sugar, what they can do to our health, which to prioritize, and how to start reducing your sugar intake. So before I jump in, I just need to attach my usual disclaimer to this video that the information in today's talk is not the substitute for the diagnosis, treatment, or care of disease by a medical provider. This is for informational purposes only. So please consult your qualified health professional for any changes to your medical care. All right, so what's the difference between sugar, natural sugar, and artificial sugar? Sugar is a type of carbohydrate, what our bodies need for energy. The term sugar encompasses all different types of simple sugars, which include sucrose, fructose, glucose, lactose, maltose, and galactose. Natural sugars pre-exist in foods. These include things like fruit, honey, maple syrup, milk, and starchy vegetables like potatoes, sweet potatoes, corn, and pumpkin. The good thing about these sugars is that they coexist with other nutrients, such as fiber, which you find in your fruits and vegetables, vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. For instance, maple syrup is a source of sugar, but it also contains zinc, manganese, and iron, and also a variety of antioxidants. Added sugars are refined sugars added to foods to increase their sweetness. This is what you find in your baked goods, flavored yogurts, milks, cookies, crackers, cereals, and snack foods. Added sugars are really what you should be watching out for, as this is the main source of excessive sugar in our diets. So what's the difference between artificial sugar and novel sugar? So artificial sugars include aspartame or equal, sucralose or Splenda, saccharin, and acetylene potassium or sweet one. These are created from chemicals in a laboratory and are super, super sweet. They are found in everything from diet soda and sugar-free candy to yogurts and cereals. And although these are technically safe to consume, I would still try to cut back on these for the following reasons. First, these sweeteners are insanely sweet and they can enhance your cravings and taste for sweet things. Second, multiple studies have linked artificial sugars to the development of type 2 diabetes, obesity, cardiovascular disease, headaches, inflammation, and cancer. Third, studies have also shown that some of these sugars can disrupt and alter your gut microbiome and metabolism. Novel sugars are sugars that are derived from natural sources like plants. They are less processed than artificial sugars and not as sweet. These include sweeteners like monk fruit, stevia, allulose, and tagatose. So although these sweeteners are more natural than their artificial counterparts, they can still be harmful. For instance, a 2019 study found that stevia altered the gut microbiome and lowered the numbers of beneficial bacteria in the gut. But on the other hand, older studies have shown that stevia has actually helped lower insulin and blood sugar levels and can help manage cholesterol. Monk fruit is another novel sugar that hasn't been researched extensively. In fact, a panel of scientists from the European Food Safety Authority found that there was not enough conclusive evidence to determine if monk fruit was safe as a food additive. So what sugar should we eat? Based on the research, I believe natural sugars should be our main source of sugar. They are less processed, they have some nutritional benefits, and are usually included with other foods that can help us reach a nutrient-dense diet. All sugar should be eaten in small quantities, but I would prioritize natural sugars over the others. Is it possible to eat sugar in moderation? Absolutely. You do not have to cut out all sugar out of your life if you are worried about your health or managing chronic inflammation. I actually encourage moderate sugar intake because the more you restrict, the more likely you are to binge on those forbidden foods. So here are my top 5 tips to help you include sugar in a healthy way. First, focus on complex carbohydrates. Just because sugar is a carbohydrate doesn't mean you have to eliminate all carbs. Focus on eating complex carbohydrates rather than simple carbohydrates. Complex carbohydrates take longer to digest, so they won't spike your blood sugar. Additionally, complex carbohydrates have fiber, which helps slow down digestion and can even help lower your cholesterol levels. They are also rich in essential vitamins and minerals. Complex carbs are found in unprocessed foods like whole grains, brown rice, quinoa, fruits, vegetables, and legumes. All right, my second tip, limit your simple carbohydrates. Simple carbohydrates are found in processed foods like soda, baked goods, cereals, fruit juices, and packaged cookies and crackers. Eating simple carbohydrates spikes your blood sugar, and they're not as filling as those amazing complex carbohydrate-rich foods because they lack fiber. So start cutting down your simple carbs by removing one food item per day. For instance, if your go-to snack is a packaged cookie, pick one day out of the week to have a banana or a homemade breakfast cookie instead. As you achieve that goal, increase to 2 days, and then 3 days, and then so on. All right, third, try to avoid artificial sugars and novel sugars. Artificial sugars and novel sugars have minimal to no calories, but may have unintended consequences for your gut and overall health. If you have an addiction to sweet things, try to slowly wean yourself off of these foods. For instance, if you drink a can of diet soda every day, try to cut down by 1 each week until you are at 0. All right, fourth, read nutrition labels for hidden sources of added sugar. Added sugars make their way into almost everything. Condiments. Yes, condiments like ketchup. Read a ketchup label. You will see how much sugar they have there. Sauces, yogurts, ready-to-eat cereals, and even canned foods. Updated nutrition labels include a line item for added sugars, and you want this number to be as low as possible. If the food doesn't have a label, read the ingredients. Sugar can be listed as cane sugar or cane sugar juice, maltose, dextrose, rice syrup, high fructose corn syrup, brown rice syrup, you name it. Ingredient labels are listed by weight, so if sugar is one of the first ingredients, you will know that food has a lot of sugar in it. And then lastly, include healthy fats to kick sugar cravings. A lot of times we crave sugar. Cravings can come from drops in blood sugar, not getting a good night's sleep, and not eating enough satiating foods like healthy fats. So if you feel a sugar craving coming on, opt for something with some fat in it, like an avocado or whole wheat bread, or even a handful of nuts or a spoonful of MCT oil. Seriously, higher fat foods help keep your blood sugar stable and can curb those intense sugar cravings. So here's the bottom line. If you could eat a balanced diet with sugar, but be mindful of what and how much sugar you're eating, and then it's important to manage inflammation and the onset of other chronic diseases. So today we focus on the differences between natural, artificial, novel, and refined sugars and how these affect your overall health. If you need more help managing your diet, please reach out to me. I offer free 15-minute discovery calls to chat about your goals. You can reach me on my website page, which the link is listed below. Just go to contact me and you can book a call there. I have a bunch of freebies on my website as well. And then lastly, you can sign up for my weekly newsletter on my website, annierubin.com. I put out a lot of great information on managing inflammation with food and lifestyle. So try it. You can unsubscribe anytime. You will not hurt my feelings. So thank you so much for joining me today. If you liked the video, please hit that little subscribe button at the bottom. I put these videos out every week. So catch me next week for another interesting link between food and autoimmune disease and inflammation.